If you like a mug, you're in the right place. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you're doing okay. So today I have another haul for you, and it's a mixture of car boot sale and charity shop. Been to a few charity shops recently, and we went to a boot sale last week, but I only got 4 things at a boot sale, so there wasn't really enough to do a full haul. So I thought I'd just add in the charity shop stuff as well for you. Before I start though, if you can hear the dishwasher in the background, I'm really sorry. I set everything up and I got everything ready, I sat down, and then I thought, oh, the dishwasher's going. And for the last 10 minutes it's been doing its draining, gurgling noises, and now I don't know when it's meant to finish, but it's still purring away, so you can probably hear it, and I just hope it's not too annoying. So just looking at what's on the table in front of me, I realise it's really mug heavy. There are so many mugs and cups in front of me, so if you like a mug, you're in the right place. So I'm going to start with some charity shop finds and then do the boot sale stuff afterwards, simply because I've just pulled them out of the bags in that order, and I've written it down as I've gone so that I can get an idea, give you an idea of how much I would hope to get back on them. So we'll start. This little find, absolutely love. It is a set of Whittard of Chelsea large cups and saucers. Now, I couldn't find this particular pattern anywhere, and I don't know how old the back stamp is on that, but I'm thinking it's possibly, just judging by the design, it looks very 90s or 2000s to me. So I don't know, what do you think? Has anyone had this set before, or do you recognise the back stamp? Perhaps you could help me date it just by looking at that. But yeah, as soon as I saw it on the shelf, I thought that looks very 90s to me. They've certainly had use. You can see on the inside of the cups, well, you might not be able to actually because it's very tiny, but they have light crazing on the inside of the cups. Actually, this one's a bit heavier, so you might be able to see that a bit better. But I think really that just happens because of the nature of the pottery that it's made from. So as soon as you have a hot liquid in there, you're going to get the crazing. So it's not terrible, and I wasn't put off by it. The rest of the cups and the saucers are in beautiful condition. So I've got a set of 3, and I paid £4.50 for the set of 3, which I thought was an absolute bargain. And I bought it in an Oxfam. The Oxfam in our local town is just brilliant. Every Oxfam I've ever been in is always really highly priced. So sometimes I don't even bother to go in and have a look. But we happened to go in one day and noticed that their prices were so reasonable. So whoever works in there prices reasonably, which is brilliant. So yeah, £4.50 for 3 cups and saucers from Whittard of Chelsea. Absolutely brilliant. And I think I should be able to get about £30 back. And then from the same Oxfam, I found this little Studio Pottery bowl. It's got a mark on the bottom, but I've come up blank trying to research that. It looks like a bee to me. If you turn it on its side, it looks like a little ghost. But I think it is a bee. So I spent quite a while looking at different marks and trying to match this up. But I've drawn a blank on it, so I don't know who the maker is. But it is a beautiful bowl. It's a little olive bowl. Looks like that. And it came with a tiny little bowl, which which says stones inside. So I love that idea because I love olives anyway. I know that's very controversial. It's like Marmite, isn't it? You either love them or hate them, but I love olives. So yeah, I love this idea of being able to eat your olives and discarding your stones in a little extra pot next to it. I think that's really cute. And it was the bargain price of $2.99 for the 2 bowls. So as I say, I couldn't find the maker, so researching a price is limited, but I think probably about 20 to 25 back for this little set. Just from experience of selling a studio pottery, that seems a reasonable sort of price. And it's very unique, and I haven't seen anything like that on eBay while I've been looking through. So yeah, I really love that little purchase. And then in another charity shop, Nick pointed these ones out to me. It's a pair of studio pottery mugs, quite small, and on the bottom they are marked Iweni Pottery Wales. They're only 50p each, which is an absolute bargain. And because they were marked quite clearly on the bottom, they were much easier to price and much easier to research. I think the pair should fetch about £20, just judging by completed and sold listings of something similar and looking at ones that are listed currently. So yeah, I think about £20. This is a beauty, I love this. It is a studio pottery vase, I suppose. I mean, you could use it as a planter if you wanted. Has a mark on the bottom. I haven't done any research on this one yet. I paid £2 for it. Just look at that colour green, it's beautiful. Just going on similar items that I've sold in the past, I'm thinking about 20 to 25 on it. Absolutely stunning, I love it. I love the glaze on that. The colours, so beautiful. And then I found a couple of different pieces of Portmeirion. This little plate caught my eye to start with. I just love the design in it. It's very Scandinavian, sort of very folksy. I thought it looked a bit Christmassy, to be honest. I've not seen this design before, but I'm going to look out for it in the future because it's quite sought after. I paid £1. I don't know if you can see the stamp there on the bottom. It is Portmeirion, and the name is I'm probably not going to pronounce this properly. Lanhydrock, maybe? You can see that it says National Trust at the top, so that sparked my interest as well. But then, in very small writing, you can just make out that it says Pat Allbeck. And immediately I was like, yes, her pieces and her designs are very sought after. So just for this small tea plate, should get about £10 back on it. So I'm definitely looking out for more of this design. You can see why it's sought after. It's right up my street, really love that. And then the other Portmeirion item that I found was this Zodiac mug. So it's the Aries Ram. It's got the regular handle. I'm not sure if I don't know if you've seen them, but there's like handles that look like, almost like a rope kind of thing. They're straight and they've got binds on them. If you've seen one, you know what I'm talking about. It's very difficult to describe. I'm not sure if they're more sought after than the ones with just the regular handle, but this should fetch about 10 to 15 pounds. So it was well worth picking up. It is very dirty though, and it does need a good scrub with the pink stuff. Potentially some cup cleaner as well. I've got some Astonish cup cleaner, which I generally clean the stains in mugs with, give it a good soak. but it's had years of use, so it will need a good going over with some pink stuff as well. But I've never seen any of the Port Mary and Zodiac designs before, so I was pleased to pick that up. And then another mug that I found was this one. It looks very nondescript, very 70s, but it was only 50p, and it's Ashdale pottery. So I thought I'd take a chance on it because it's Ashdale pottery. I felt like I'd heard of that before, and it was only 50p. And it was well worth me picking up because it should be about £10 on eBay. I'm kind of kicking myself now because I was at a jumble sale recently and I saw an Ashdale pottery mug. For some reason I left it behind. And it was one of their more sought after designs as well. It was had like a sort of picture of sheep, like a sort of farmyard vista. The floral ones are nice, and as I say, should get £10 back, but if it has more of a picture or a panorama type design on it, then they do tend to go a bit better. So next time I see one at a jumble, I shall grab it. And I saw this mug sat on the shelf. At first I didn't notice the obvious. Let's see how long it takes you before you notice the obvious. I did notice straight away that it was only one mug, and I thought, oh, that looks unusual. And I picked it up, and at first I looked at the bottom, and then I saw it once I looked at it properly. So it is a Disney Parks mug. As you can see, I paid £1.50 for it. I looked at it again, and then I realised it had hidden Mickeys all the way through it. So this is part of their Indigo range, and there are several different stacking mug designs that Disney have done. I just think they're really fun. So cool. It's very reminiscent of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, isn't it? I was very tempted to keep this, I have to say, but should get 10 to 15, so yeah, reluctantly I'm going to list it for sale. And then I saw these stoneware shakers, and they reminded me of the sort of pots that people use as vase and utensil holders. They were £2 for the pair. So I thought these were worth taking a chance on. I think this pattern, this design is still quite popular. It's very country kitchen. They're not worth masses, about £10 to £12, but I don't think they're going to stick around for very long. I think they're going to sell quite well, so I'll come back to you in about a year when they're still in the shop and I haven't actually sold them. This is something that I picked up that I thought honestly would be worth more than it actually is. It's this, and I paid £3 for it. It's Italian pottery, and I didn't know really what you would call this, but I've since learned that it's a posy ring or a pansy ring. Yeah, I honestly thought that that would be worth a lot more. I was thinking maybe 25, something like that. But in reality, this design is probably worth more like £10 to £12. So not a complete fail, but I probably wouldn't have spent £3 on it if I'd have realised that. But you learn as you go. That's the way that I look at things. So yeah, I'm learning all the time. Okay, so that was everything that I found in the charity shops. So I've got 4 things that I found at the boot sale, and they were rather more successful, I have to say. The first thing I was really pleased to find is this boxed Le Creuset ramekins, star-shaped ramekins. I don't think they've been used, but I would have to do them as new other. So they look like this. Let's get the other one out for you. So yeah, they look like that. So Le Creuset on the base. And I paid £5 for those, which I didn't think was too bad for Le Creuset, to be honest. Currently, I could only find one that was listed, and they had it listed for £50. I think that's possibly pushing it, so I'm thinking of listing 40 with offers on that. So yeah, I mean, definitely well worth the £5 I spent on it. So we shall see, we'll see whether we get the 40. And then the next thing that I found was this little planter. It's just a small one, and it is West German. So the make is Sonogen, not pronouncing that correctly, I know. Sonogen ceramic. I don't know if that's going to focus. So for a planter that size, should be about £15. And I think I paid £1 for it, so yeah, not too shabby. This is my favourite find from the boot sale. It is blue opaline glass. It's Bristol glass. Doesn't have any markings on it, but I've done a Google search. It is antique and should fetch about 25 back, I think. I couldn't find this particular shape, but I found a variety of other vases, different shapes and sizes. So just going on the size and comparing it to sold prices on other blue vases like this, I'm thinking about £25. But yeah, so pretty. It's been hand painted. Got little dots on its base as well. I love that, it's so pretty. And then lastly, spotted this at the boot sale, and it was sitting amongst a variety of empty cases, and I picked it up and it had a camera in it. And he said, yeah, I didn't mean to put it out with the camera in it, to be honest. I was just going to sell the case, but you can have the camera as well. And I think he sold it to us for £3. It is Samsung AF Zoom 1050. Obviously at this stage it's untested, so I don't know if it actually works. We'd need to film test it and battery test it. But on average, and prices are all over the place for this particular camera, but on average I would think and I would hope to get about £20 to £25 for this one. I was really chuffed with the things that I found at the boot sale. I know I only found 4 items. Nick found quite a lot more for himself, but yeah, they're all really good things and things I'm really going to enjoy listing as well. So, you know, quality over quantity, as they say. Right, that is everything. The dishwasher's now finished, of course. So again, apologies for it gurgling away in the background. Yeah, I've been disturbed by the dishwasher, by Jeff coming and going, by Nick and Ellen coming and going. So I don't know how this video is going to come out. It's going to be a bit bitty, I think. But thank you for bearing with me and thank you for watching. Let me know what your favourite item is. My favourite boot sale item is definitely this one, but I do quite like the ramekins as well. As for charity shop, I think the Wittard cups and saucers for me. Not only were they a bargain, but I love the colours and yeah, just think they're so lovely. But I also really like this vase as well. We do have a tabletop sale to go to this weekend. The last one we went to wasn't that great, so you never know what you're going to find. It might be amazing, it might be terrible. If it looks to be amazing, I'll see if I can film a little bit for you, but I'll probably show you what I get in the end anyway. So until next time, take care everyone.